Hey everybody, John Harris here. Look, about the wealth generating formula. I mean, it's so simple, and I got a quick little cartoon here that's very condensed. I'll show it to you. But basically, it's this. You acquire assets that produce you money. And then you take that money and you invest it in more assets that produce you more money. Okay? And it's that simple, really.
Now let's take a look at how the rich people spend their money. Rich people acquire assets. Again, an asset is something that pays you. If you want to become rich, buy assets that earn you more money. The money cycle looks like this. Acquire assets that produce cash flow, invest the profits to acquire more assets that produce more cash flow, invest those profits to acquire more assets that produce more cash flow. The rich spend their money and acquire things that produce more money. Let's suppose you bought a pinball machine and you put it in a barber shop, and you don't spend any of the profits. You save them until you can buy another pinball machine and put it in another barber shop. This, by the way, was Warren Buffett's first business. So remember, broke people buy stuff, the middle class buy liabilities, and the rich acquire assets, preferably cash-generating opportunities that can create passive cash flow. They then take that cash flow and invest it in another asset that produces more cash flow.
I used to think the only thing I could see, really, because I like real estate, and real estate's good. But it takes a lot of money, or a lot of good credit, and a lot of management and so forth to handle it. And I always thought network marketing was something that you could make a lot of money in, so you could buy some real estate. And real estate's not without its problems or challenges, I should say, because there's fees involved, and there's roofs that has to be repaired, and there's times when you can't find tenants, so you got vacancy rates and that sort of thing. And of course the toilet bowl's got to be cleaned out, every now and then, and it's stopped up typically on Super Bowl Sunday or some other inconvenient time. But you could hire management teams, to take care of that stuff for you and all that stuff. But now I'm not pitching real estate right here. I like real estate. It's always good. It's not without its challenges and its fees and all that stuff. But network marketing, the challenge, of course, with that is that you have to constantly be recruiting people. And, of course, it's like a revolving door. And there's people quit, and you got to put them in faster than they quit. And very few people, that's the biggest challenge with network marketing, isn't it? Is recruiting people. And I've gone through the thing just like you have, right? Where you've got to, chase down anybody you can, and you got the greatest lotion or potion or health product there is in the known universe, right? But getting somebody else to have that same opinion and for them to share it and so on, pretty difficult stuff. And enter Banner's broker. Okay, it's a simple matter, and I heard somebody say one time that the internet, in its infancy right now, the internet is the new real estate. It took a while for that to sink in. As a matter of fact, it didn't click on until I got a feel for what Banner's broker is about. Because similar to real estate, you are acquiring banner space, and then you've got a management team that goes out there and finds somebody to rent it out for you, and you get twice as much as whatever it is that you bought the panel for. They rent it out for twice that amount. And you don't have to start out with $500,000 or whatever, it takes for real estate. What's the cheapest thing you can find in real estate? $100,000 or so? I don't know. But $10 for a yellow panel. That's what you acquire it for. They rent it out for you twice that for 20 bucks. And it goes up from there. So it's kind of like a no-brainer. It's not a matter of, gee, can I afford to do this? It's more of a matter of how much money do you want to make? Because as you do that, you take those assets, you buy more panels, okay? And you don't have to chase your friends, neighbors, and relatives if you're a member of the NFL club, no friends left. You know what MLM thing are you in this time, bro? Well, you can make a ton of money in Banner's Broker. This is what I recommend. Get into Banner's Broker, get your free account, load in. A lot of you guys already have your free accounts, and then you kind of stopped right there. But load in your driver's license and your proof of address, a bank statement or a bill or something like that. Make sure the addresses match. And then after you're approved, put some money in there. Start out small if you want. I would recommend $1,000 at least. That's not what I did. I tiptoed into it. Took $120 out of my pocket at first, and then put some more money in after I was seeing that it was working. Anyway, geez, buy more pinball machines. Get your panels. Start out with $1,000 if you can. Get more if you can. Sell a car. Sell your motorcycle. Have a yard sale. Sell your family silver if you have to. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. And get involved with this and take those assets, turn them over. When you get your panels completed, don't just take the money out of there. Keep building your account until you've got enough residual monthly income coming in to satisfy it. Whatever that number is, $2,000 a month, $5,000, $10,000, you decide that before you start taking some money out of Banner's Broker. So you build it faster that way. And then when you're comfortable, if you want to share this with other people, then you can. But the proof is already in the pudding when you start doing that, if you want to do it that way. That's what I'd recommend. $100, $120, $500, you spend that frivolously. Most of you plan your vacations more thoroughly than you do your entire financial future. You get caught up in the latest lotion or potion and the latest multi-level thing. And I know there's a lot of good ones out there. I know there is. But you know what? I would highly recommend that you get your Banner's Broker thing going. Watch that thing grow. Tell a couple of select people about that, not just everybody. Well, do what you want, but the thing is, get your money coming in there, and then tell them about your latest lotion or potion or health food product, something like that. Lead with Banner's Broker. After they're making some money, then they'll probably feel better about being able to afford to get on that auto ship that's $120 a month or whatever the thing is. So that's my recommendation to you folks. Banner's Broker is just looking better and better every time. I'm making more and more money every month. Every time I have a panel turnover, every time I buy a new panel with the money that I made, I'm making more money every day. So folks, take it seriously. Now, some of you guys were asking about my contact information. So I got my email address down below this video right here. So check out my email address. Send me a note if you want to ask me some specific questions about Banner's Broker. And I'll respond as soon as I can, okay? Take care, everybody.